Hey, what's up, everybody? BDL44 coming at you with another video. All right, so the NBA has rescinded the technical assess to Luka Don yesterday. That cost us the damn basketball game. And I'm just sitting here like, I mean, this doesn't happen to our team all the time. I've seen this happen to other teams where something that gets rescinded ultimately costs them the game, or they come back around and say, yo, we missed a call that ultimately cost you the game. I don't know if I'm looking at this the right way, because I'm unhappy that they came back around and said that this was rescinded. It's almost like that doesn't do me any good right now at all. You removed the guy from the game and it cost us the game. We had a tie game when y'all did this. And you want to come back the day after you accredit the Oklahoma City Thunder with a win because of that bogus thing, that you got it wrong? So what does that mean? What's actually fair? Can we get these two teams back together and play the last 8 minutes of this game? Because he should have never been thrown out. And it cost us the game. So it's like, if you're not going to do that, it's almost like you're rubbing it in my face to say, well, we're not going to give you the victory, nor is it right that we do so, but we were wrong for what cost you the victory, so we want to acknowledge that. Like, if you acknowledging that ain't helping the cause, we lost the game because of what you did. So how am I supposed to feel about you coming back around and saying that it should have never happened? We know it shouldn't have happened. We know that. So that's what the NBA essentially did just now. It saves Luka Don some money, that's for damn sure. But I don't know if it really helps the cause for the Lakers, who ultimately were screwed by this. So, yeah, man, that's what's going on there. It's also noteworthy of something else going on in the NBA. Calvin Booth was also fired as general manager of the Denver Nuggets at the same time they fired Mike Malone, the coach. Laker daddy over there. They also fired Calvin Booth. Now, I agree with the Calvin Booth firing based on moves that I've seen. He needed to be fired. Just being honest with you. He botched that damn roster. So I don't particularly think that Denver fans were very pleased with him, and from afar, I don't blame them. So that's how I feel about that. I think that was the right call. Firing Mike Malone, I don't think so. But there's rumors that players were unhappy with Mike, so hey, man, I love him to death when he's being disrespectful to us, but when he turns it in on his own, that same energy in on his own locker room, I guess guys can't take it. Whatever the case may be, it's good to see him gone. As somebody who felt disrespected by his intentions toward my franchise, I don't want him to get another job either. That's just me. Certain decorum that coaches should have, I thought that he betrayed, for whatever that's worth. But yeah, man, prayers out to Jalen Wells, man. I saw the fall. I don't know who that was that ran underneath him, but I don't think he meant for Jalen to get hurt, but he definitely should. It should be clear that he shouldn't be able to do that without some serious reprimand. And you run up underneath a guy who jumps off 2 feet, he's hanging on the rim, and you make sure your body's underneath him, and he falls and breaks his wrist and loses consciousness, yeah, you should probably be suspended for some time. So I'm not sure which player that was on the Charlotte Hornets. I don't remember who that was. But I don't want to see them out there anymore. He should be going for the remaining 3 games or 2 games of the Charlotte season. He should be suspended for it. Whether he intended to do that or not, you need to not make sure you, just like they don't want people standing in shooters' landing spaces, you need not be underneath dunkers' landing space. Straight up. You getting dunked on, move out the way. But all that ducking and all that, giving them something curvy to land on, yeah, nah, you should be suspended for that. You should be suspended for that. I know a lot of people said he did it on purpose. I don't know. I didn't see the context. I just saw the fall itself. He should be suspended for that. Prayers out to Jalen Wells. Of course, he's going to be out for the playoffs, out for the season, obviously. That's big because he's their starting small forward. He hadn't been shooting that great. I'm not going to lie. I've been doing a little homework on the Memphis Grizzlies in various different games that I've been paying attention to. that he's been a part of. He hadn't exactly been setting the world on fire, but he was having a good rookie season, a very good rookie season. So this is bad for him going into next year. I'm not sure if that's going to linger any, but that's a very serious wrist injury, to say the least. So prayers out to Jalen Wells. But yeah, man. What else is going on in the NBA? A lot, really. I think it's interesting, but I think it's the right call to have all of the final day's games be at either 1 hour or another, because a lot of teams are vying for positioning, and depending on what is going on in the result of other games will determine how certain teams prepare. So to have those games all at the same time is the right strategy. And they did that last year too. But I think it's the right strategy. That way you don't have teams affecting other teams' circumstances by removing players or what have you, for the basis of seeding strategy. For since it's going to be about a 6-way tie in the Western Conference, potentially at that point. And the Eastern Conference has a few ties, nothing too serious, but those games, they got every team playing. So to have one set of games at 1 hour and then the next set of games at a different hour on the opposite coast, I think is the right way to play it. That way nobody can start moving around players and doing different things that ultimately affect seeding. And so that's my point of view. I think that is the right call from the NBA, man. You got to do it that way. So yeah, good call there. I like that they did that last year too. It left for a lot of suspense. So what else going on out there, man? We talked a lot about the Los Angeles Lakers. Of course, I encourage you guys to check out all the videos I made on the team. Made a video on that game tonight on Luka Doncic's return to Dallas. The emotional circumstances. I'm of the mindset that games like this tend to not go the way the storyline would expect. So I'm kind of poised to it being a letdown as it pertains to what you expect. I wouldn't be surprised of really any outcome. But as far as me expecting it to be just some great game, I'll be very happy if it is. But I've seen games like this be a letdown, or the team that you expect would win lose, or the guy deserving so much to win, he probably lose. You know, that kind of stuff is what we've seen lately. So I think it's a lot of storylines surrounding this basketball game, and you know, I expect Luka to play well. He definitely rested the last 7 minutes of yesterday's game, so I think that's overall good for his energy, having played only 31 minutes in the last game. But at the end of the day, the matchup really isn't great for the Lakers. And as a Laker fan, I can legitimately say that it's not the greatest matchup. And so while I do want to see a great game and hope to see a great game, I'm not necessarily betting on it. That's what I'm saying to you guys. Not necessarily betting on this being some fantastic barn burner of a basketball game. But I'll be very happy if it is. I will say that. I'll be very happy if it is. So, yeah, man, Luka Doncic deserves to win. We all know that. Sorry, AD. Nobody did you wrong, brother. I respect you. I appreciate you. I look forward to the day where we celebrate you and send your number into the rafters. You know what I mean? That's how I feel as a Laker fan. We definitely need to retire number 3. Nobody else needs to wear that, to make sure nobody puts it on just in case they don't pull a Jokic. Because, you know, the Nuggets gave 15 to Jokic. And, of course, that was Carmelo's number. And now they look crazy for retiring 15 with Melo on it because of the presence of Joker, who's gone on to win a championship and has just flat out been a greater player. Let's just be honest. He has. So now they may have to retire the number twice, which defeats the purpose of the number being retired. If you know you're going to retire a guy's number, don't let another guy wear it, even if you think he's going to be a role player. Because if he goes on to be Jokic, now you look stupid. And what you going to tell Melo? We ain't retiring your number because we got a better player wearing it? I mean, that's probably what they're going to end up doing. Just not retiring Melo's number. Not because he didn't deserve it, not because they didn't intend to, but because they just simply gave it to somebody else who they didn't think that player was going to be nothing. They didn't think Jokic was going to be that kind of guy. Well, guess what? He is that kind of guy. Now look at you. So that's something I don't want the Lakers to do. Don't let nobody come in here wear number 3, bro. You know you're going to retire it. Don't play around like that. And that's pretty much my thought on that. Yeah, man, it's a good day for NBA basketball. There's a lot of games on slate. A lot of them matter in the Western Conference specifically. I don't exactly remember who all plays who, but I was looking at that this morning with an eye open, like, whoa, it's a lot of stuff is going to be shaken up tonight after these basketball games. You know, but if you're a fan of any team, you want your team to take care of business if they're in that situation. As a Laker fan, we need to win this game. That's what it comes down to. All jokes aside, we really can't afford to lose any more basketball games. At least until we solidify the 2 that we need to clinch number 3. The 3 overall spot in the Western Conference seeding. If we can clinch that in this 2-game flurry, then we can, you know, whatever happens in the Portland game could be whatever it's going to be. We could play Bronny and Dalton Connect and just run out there with Jordan Goodwin and just let those guys run. In the Portland game, which is ideal, and get some rest, not have to really care about what goes on in that game. But it's going to, a lot is determined by us clinching this particular game. Because if we don't clinch this one, we're in real trouble, because the Rockets are obviously a contender. And even though we've beaten them recently, ain't nobody guaranteeing you're going to beat them again. Like, that's not. It's the same thing I felt about yesterday's game against the Thunder. There's no guarantee you're going to beat them again. You got them once, yeah. Do you think that means you're going to beat them every time you see them? If that's what you're counting on, boy, you're going to be disappointed, because that's not how that works. So, I think the Lakers are in a must-win situation. I think that that's more than obvious that the Lakers have to win this basketball game. Is it the most important game of the season? Probably, because of the nature of seeding, because of the Luka Don situation. It probably is. But we've said that about different games leading up to this situation. A lot of those games the Lakers won, and we felt really good. But just the same, the Lakers are going to have to understand that you drop this game and you have to win Houston, you have to win Portland. And there's no guarantee you're going to win either of them games necessarily. So winning this one will give you so much more of a cushion to solidify that 3rd overall spot in the West. So we need to solidify that. We're an older team. Home court does matter some to us, especially since not all the matchups really work in our favor. We want to have home court against Clippers. We want to have home court against Golden State. We want to have home court against Minnesota. You know, these are teams that we want this. The Nuggets, obviously, even though they got rid of their coach, Jokic is still there. So we need to be honest about just how important seeding is to us and home court is to us. And so this is a must-win for my squad. So that's pretty much what I got to say, man. It is pretty hot out here, man. I'm going to wipe my head, go in there, pay these folks, and then continue the rest of my day. Get ready for the game at 4:30 with the Lakers. And good luck to our team and bad luck to yours, because we don't have any allies. BDL 44, thank y'all for watching. I'm out.